Welcome back. Oh man, to Satisfactory. We're still out here with the refineries, and things are actually working pretty well. I might have to do an extra check on the recipes, but we'll do that in a minute. Last time we left off, we wanted to put in these drones, so let's see what we can do for drone porting. See if we can nudge this into place here. I think we're off by one. And then I think in the middle of that, and we've got a halfway decent click to be had. Go into blueprint mode. Maybe try to build all four of these in one shot without looking at it too in depth. Technically, we only need two of these, one for each side of the refinery. But then you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, it needs to be balanced. Plus, you need to bring in the fuel. So you end up with four. I wonder if we can ramp this fast enough. Easier just to zoop it when you know it's in the right location than to fiddle around with it. Okay, I'm liking what we've got so far. The only bad thing I've got going on here is that this isn't really... This isn't really connecting very well. Oh yeah, and this also makes it look like it's not in the center because these doors aren't in the center. Even though technically it's right in the middle here. I think we can allow that to not bother us. I think I'm capable of that. Let's put two of that on there. And we'll put two on this side. Sometimes I forget that I even have a light. Doesn't always look like it's on. But it is. The question is, how do we deal? I want to put this somewhere, but I don't know that it's going to be possible. If I can get... Alright, we gotta get some... We've got to get some power out here. So if I can get a little bit of cooperation, we might be able to do an underwater build right here. Oh, look at that. And then we'll slide in a little output here. And I think I'll test one of these before I build the second one. Just to make sure it's actually going to work. Ooh, not only did it work, but it worked in one shot. Which I like. Did I build this wrong? I think I built this wrong. Let's try that again, shall we? I want this to come out. And then we'll merge here. Then we'll build this to connect. Beautiful. Same thing on this side. Okay. Now, let's put a little wall on here with the exactly. We gotta put our neon foundation back in place. All right, so we've got uh-oh. We can't fly anymore. That's not good. Have to decide how we're going to connect power. We'll go to this side. Less likely that we're going to actually see things over here anyway. Okay, so now we can just easily connect these drones all the way across, no problem. Then we'll put in a drone port. 1 second. We need to start collecting fuel. Rocket fuel export. And this is the rocket fuel import caterium refinery. And of course, it can't start importing fuel until it has fuel. This guy is going to import rocket fuel. It's going to come in here, which might suggest an upgrade, and back into itself. Then each of these will also upgrade these. We're not going to do a localized massive rocket fuel storage. Of course, now that I've said that, maybe a small one. So right here, we'll do a little organization, and then we'll put in this guy, and then we'll just basically directly connect this. that should be the perfect. Everybody should have fuel here in a second. And we've got a nice little storage container full, plus each. Back already, huh? Each one of these has its own internal storage, so that's good. Then on this one, we want to load here. This should be easy. All we have to decide is where we want to lift this up. Then each one of these can get exactly 1/3. Of course, some of it's not going to reach, so we're going to have to build it in 2 steps. This belt is fast enough. I might be tempted to go through and upgrade these. How did I make that switch? Was not on purpose. Cerium. It's like the signs don't get the benefit of being in hover mode. I mean, these should be loading rather rapidly. I guess they are divided by 3, so they're only getting 400 each. Cerium refinery. I guess it's more like an ocean side, right? So we're worried about high speed. So I should probably get these on the high-speed connector. But I also want caterium import ingot build. What? Caterium import. Yeah, so this is the east side. This is the one that's connected to the high speed. Caterium ingot. I think we'll start there. And I do think 2 of these is the way to go. And honestly, I can't remember exactly what naming convention we used for this one. Mega copper ingot import. Caterium ingot. Mega copper, light metal. Copper, continue. Caterium ingot import build. Why would I call it that? I don't think that's right. Let's get out of here for a second. That's a beautiful liftoff. Perfect. Mega drone caterium import. Coal import. Did I leave myself with only 1 caterium import? I did not learn my lesson from the last time I built one of these. I left myself only 1 place to import caterium. Mega drone caterium import. Okay. That was our power. Ooh. It's in the ever so slight negative. You know, I forgot the name of the board already. It had the word caterium in it. That should be good enough for us to find it. Or not. Maybe mega. Mega drone caterium import. Alright. Some things you just don't have to worry or wonder about. Just let me click on it, please. So that'll just make a little bit more reanimated Sam. Or no, wait. That'll let us make effectively more diamonds, I think. Because we're using the ingots to make the special fix-it bars. Right, so this is allowing us to make the trigons more consistently. That's it. Yeah, and that's going to be something that we're going to need for a lot of other things. I'm probably going to wish that we had a secondary port up there to import some of this stuff. It's heavy right now because we've got this totally full. So it's going to take a second for it to work its way through. I am tempted to put in a couple more caterium focused import options though. These drones are not pathed very well. They go from high level to the ground level that they want to fly from, but they do that vertically, then they fly straight. When really, if you're already up here, just fly and then coast down, especially if there's no obstructions. All right, so this guy's made it back, but nothing is exporting right now. I'd love to see the third one arrive relatively soon to give me some sort of hope that this will catch up. Yeah, and they fly as low to the ground as they can. That is so weird. Where's this guy? Are you this guy? Perfect. So at least one of these needs to be empty at all times for this to be considered a throughput success. Or empty, it needs to have space. I think we could afford a couple more drones if we want to make sure that we're always unloading here. Of course, again, the problem is we've preloaded all of this with two industrial storage container sized buffer. I think one or two additional caterium imports probably make sense. Well, this one didn't. We didn't fly quite as nice this time as we did last time. And we have a giant drone port area here, so we can figure something out, even if it's going to be a little wacky. Oh, the problem is we're going to have to put fuel in. Let me take this from over here, which is already done. It's already fuel connected and everything. This one just won't be next to its brother. We got the ocean. I'm going to pull from Refinery 3. It's all covered up by other belts. There's our caterium. I think I'll drop down and go around. Though, I guess technically it's only one trip this way as well. Now we kind of have to wait to see if we've got caterium coming in here. Just to check our work. Well, we can confirm the first side. All right, and we've got it coming in from this side as well. Beautiful. I obviously don't like this layout, but we'll fix it later. Then we could theoretically put in almost 3 more drone ports. To help facilitate the east side. Of course, the original east side platform is totally full. I could extend this platform. The easiest thing to do would be to just find a place where this is already in use and just sort of connect into it, which we could do by like giving ourselves 2 or 3 more platforms here and then just connecting it right over there. Of course, we're not making that much caterium. 12 per minute on 50, which is not correct, would be 600 by itself. Of course, the huge latency, huge packet size nature of drones is the challenge with them. So our high-speed connector factory has this kind of anomaly where we built both inline production and delivered Quickwire. So each manufacturer has its own constructor to make its own Quickwire. Of course, that's just to take the edge off. These guys are the ones that are making most of the Quickwire. Let me just double check this one more time. Right, so any extra ingots that go through here get sent up here for production inline because the demand for Quickwire is so high 512 per minute, but that one's overclocked. Even 210 per minute is a lot. You know, this might justify some belt upgrades. Oh yeah, we've already done that. Past me was thinking the exact same way as current me. It's like an injection, a skip over injection from where we have extra and then we have a little extra. Okay, so this is their place where we built a Quickwire factory in the tower, and we're bringing that in direct. All this to make more high-speed connectors, basically. I mean, this is actually coming through, as evidenced by the fact that all of these guys have green. And a few ingots are making their way through. We'll let a couple of it at the end get some love as well. So I could drop a couple extra. What am I calling these? Do I have a name? Just whatever it is, mega. Cerium. Import. To, we'll call it south. You will obviously be 1. Then you will connect to Ocean 1. And you will connect to Ocean 2. Then we will plop you in here and you in here. Get you some power. We'll know that we need to also get fuel, but we need power. We'll connect you for fuel. Looks like it's the close connection. Still has to align with the port though. Wow, I got them both wrong. Painful. Okay, so now we just have to connect the fuel over here. Really not using that much fuel, so it pretty much instantly resolved. Now, where do we want to put this caterium? Do I want to connect it all the way down here? And just give everybody equal access? Or do I have an outcome in mind? And let's guarantee that it's going to go to more high-speed connectors. I think I should guarantee high-speed connectors. Trying to see how much twists and turns we're going to have to execute. It's going to be some. Let's put a nice wall in here. There we go. And caterium's already delivered and already being shipped. And this should result in a significant increase to our high-speed connector output, which we're doing so we can make more radios, actually. We're not, the high-speed connectors aren't even really the point. The radios are the point. Ooh, some of these are already getting full. So the backup Quickwire is ready to go. Worst case scenario, we'll have to go shopping or go looking for some overclock capability. I might need to consider... Oh no, we're only outputting... Well, no, 60 per. That's kind of a lot. Oh, I see. This is actually connected down below, not up here. Right. And I solved this by having 2 belts. So we actually don't need to upgrade this. Our current capacity is more than a single belt's worth. Then we actually upgraded this part. Okay, yeah, this is where we were when we joined the conversation here. This one should be basically... What? Oh, I was thinking I was at the other side. Alright. So, we're not backing up. We're backing up a little bit. Ever so slightly. So the next thing we would consider upgrading on this would be overclocking some of these to just crank out Quickwire. $150 per minute. Let's see how bad do I want this. Okay, yeah, we've got some purple power slugs we could put together. Six of them. That's more than I thought it was going to be. We could take these and... You know what? Last time, I could have sworn I left myself... No, I left myself some solid biofuel. I was thinking maybe I left myself some shards. Either way, though, this is 50 shards. That's a good chunk. You know, speaking of shards, I wonder how close we are to the synthetic shards. I don't even know what this power matrix thing does. Enhance the output of the alien power augmenter. Stabilize the the energy stream of a summer sloop. They're gonna make us make SAM fluctuators, aren't they? I'm going out of my way not to make fluctuators, but they're gonna make us. At least they're gonna try. $10 shards, 100 crystals. And 200 quartz crystals. We are ready to do this.
Research completed. Synthetic power shard recipe unlocked. Exchanging regular exercise and filtered fresh air with automation is just the kind of progress Fixit likes to see.
Dark matter crystals. Excited photonic matter. Oh, this is something we can do. And it would give us a good chunk of dark matter residue. That's exciting. And oh, wait, how much does it take? 60 photonic matter per minute. Yeah, I think we might need to make our own synthetic shards here. I'm all turned around. Let's go back this way. You know what? We'll leave ourselves some shards for the next time. Though I guess technically we should never need to make shards again. Can I copy and paste that? Ooh, I can. And it inserted the shards. I'm pulling in the ingot for some reason, but... Suddenly our ingot levels have dropped significantly. Our quickwire levels have dramatically increased though. Let's go for another one. Oh, I see. These are coming in from the side, not from the center. I mean, if we 2.5 times half of these and they all get ingots, that's going to be a pretty good chunk of quick wire. It's the they all have to get ingots thing that I'm worried about. I mean, this one's full, so yeah, so is this one. They're filling back up. It's just that we took out their buffer by pasting. We'll just upgrade all of these. I guess we've got the shards for it. I lost track of the shards. Oh, nope, we only have 10 left. And we need exactly 9. What a day. That's a huge upgrade. I see a lot of green lights where I previously were seeing yellow lights. I'll give a little bit of this a little extra juice. Since it is going to be like off and on. This is all supplied by drones. I am basically saying when it's time, we need this stuff to get there as quickly as possible. That's looking pretty good, people. Even with all that overclocking, these are still all full. Or soon to be full. Looks like a little bit of an upgrade here is called for. Even our injected quickwire constructors have a good amount of caterium ingot now. Some of these are going to take a little while to catch up, but I think it's looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, the ones in the end are going to be a little comparatively behind. Trying to move quickwire as fast as we can just to make sure that if we have it, it's getting used. I really don't want it sitting in a container somewhere. Of course, by this point, it starts to matter. Yeah, you can see the gaps are starting to form on the belt itself. Or basically, we're saying, hey, we don't have enough quickwire to even worry about. But we're here. Let's just finish the whole thing off, right? We'll get the very last guy his own supply of quickwire. One second. Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. I caught a major leg cramp. But this will give us a chance to see what's actually going on here. So yeah, we burned through all of that extra caterium. But I still think it's going to be a net positive. To our radio production. Of course, we're not making a ton of radios, are we? Still. Where are we making radios? Okay, over here. We have everything we need except for high-speed connectors. You would think all that caterium would show up. Eh. Sadly, this is more radios than we were making before. All right, well, I think that's probably good for now. We had a good initial boost of high-speed connectors. I don't know how we're going to get enough caterium or Quickwire in the mix here to really make this work. We'd have to build so many caterium factories. Plus, these guys, we're just too close to the building for them to fly in at a reasonable angle. Ooh, we almost died. This is our mega Quickwire import. Ooh, this is claiming that it's totally backed up. I guess all the additional caterium we put in here has caused this to be able to really generate some serious Quickwire. Is right. Let's put a smart splitter on here. Looks like we have one more hope to make more Quickwire. Maybe another smart splitter on this one. But on this one, we'll do it on the lower level. I mean, this is flowing freely. And this is backed up because it's lacking a place for AI limiters to live. I wonder if a little boost of some Quickwire directly into the factory makes sense. it's up here. It's not necessarily fully activated. I wonder if we could squeeze in one more lift to here. That's blocked. Maybe we need to go next to it. Let's check that again. We might be able to get a good amount of Quickwire back into the Highspeed factory. If we can find a good place to lift it. So Quickwire mega lift. Put a nice little smart splitter, see if we can... Ooh. Obviously that's the wrong direction. We should take this other one from a different location. Well, that's a little too tight. Let's get this connected to here. Hopefully find a rotation where this actually works. What? That's weird to me. I don't understand why it's that off. It's right next to it, all the way down. But somehow when we get to the full height, it decides to be off like crazy. It's really not even getting going. I think these belts have a visual bug on them. Somehow that the other ones don't. The fact that it's connecting tells me there's something wrong. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's a slight buildup here. I didn't think so. And we'll just connect this. And then I think if we connect... Oh, we're off by that much belt. So much pain. There we go. That gives us a little extra boost. Oops. Of Quickwire goodness. I think that's about it for now. I mean, this is a pretty strong looking line of Quickwire. And this is definitely going into our high-speed factory. As soon as all of that goes in, it's getting used. And it's Mark 6. We've got this guy set up for 520 per minute. And it's running at 100%. I mean, the only thing that really we might consider is an exploration for some summer sloops. doubling this would probably be the most powerful thing we could do. Assuming we don't want to go through and build a bunch more high-speed connector factories. And we don't. That's the one thing we won't do. You know, now that we've got all these caterium, how is this first one considering... Wait, what? This first guy's like got no caterium. This one's got full. Oh, yeah, I dropped it there. So it's still working through. No, these guys at the end. Oh, these guys at the end are probably storing all the extra. That's the downside of this design. Is the guys at the end get a little extra boost of input. Because this fills all the way up while this one empties. So it's an advantage to the guys at the end. We'll run this a bit and see how it turns out. Obviously, we've been here a while, so we're going to go ahead and call it. Thanks for hanging out. We made some good progress. Which item do we want to build next? Technically, it should be the... Let me just find my way to a power shard so we can see the list. It should probably be the biochemical sculptor. Wait a minute, I already started those, didn't I? I think I started those, but I didn't fully connect the director systems. Let me check that, then we'll call it. I want to see where we are. I think I connected everything except for the assembly director systems, which need a pretty big connection. Or did I connect those as well, and then I didn't connect the director systems? Supplies. I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. So these are still requiring us to do some manual connection. Heavy modular frames, all that kind of good stuff. Short on circuit boards, yeah. All the inputs for this little corner of the factory need to be put in. But I am curious. Ooh, I didn't get any momentum on that. I am curious how we're doing. I could have sworn I put some sculptors in somewhere around here. But maybe not. I don't remember. Yeah, those are the quantum processors. I could have sworn I picked I did a screenshot of the biochemicals. Did I do that on the other side? No, this is just excited. Yeah, this is excited gases that we put together. I might have to do a little checking on this in between videos. Remind myself where we are. Part of me says that I've already built the... Well, you know what the answer to this is? Where... That's coming from all the way over there. No, wait. Is that going in over there? Alright, hold on. I know, I said I was going to quit like 14 hours ago, but I've got to know. I think the best way for us to do this is to track where these assembly directors are going. It's a bright orange belt, so it's easy to follow. It looks like they're going down. Oh, yeah, I remember now. This is like a first level deal that we put together because we had a good chunk of the other supplies locally available. It's all coming back to me now. Right. Here they are. A little something is still moving. Why are so many of these still moving? I know we're not making this many. I'm worried that they're cycling around and around. Let's see. What have we done? Yeah, it kind of looks like they're just moving around in an endless loop. My guess, this back belt is causing it. I'd love to think that we were making that many. Yeah, see, now it's moving down the line towards a end point. Well, we could turn in 1,000 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And, well, we can't grab any extra. It has to be exactly 1,000. Well, that's good news. Ooh. That's going to be a... That's a screenshot for something. I don't know what yet, but it's a screenshot for something. Or a thumbnail, I should say. We have our super convenient milestone dropper right here. Upgrade this belt. We don't absolutely have to, but moving 1,000 to the milestone per minute just seems right. Especially when you're dealing with almost exactly 1,000 items. And there you have it. We'll let this 1,000 go through, make sure it's going through perfectly. Done. Okay. So we completed half of phase 5. We set up a bunch of Quickwire to try to get some radios going. We gotta get radios, and we also need to look at our superpositionals. I think superpositional is going to become a requirement. We need spatial energy regulation to get this, so this is going to be a requirement. Let's see if I can find the server here. So we've got the quantums, we've got the excited particles, we've got field generators, though I might have to go back and kind of make sure everything's set up. The one thing we don't have are superpositional oscillators. This is something that we need to just crank out. Let's see, excited plates, dark matter crystals. So we have to build the dark matter crystals, and that's going to be diamonds and residue. And we've got some residue already. And it looks like pretty much everything that you could build actually makes more residue, including quantum encoders require residue, and you can use them to make more residue. There's some interesting loop options here that we need to look at. But I think dark matter residue is our next target. Or dark matter crystals. So we'll deal with that in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.